Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
6:07 is now the time on your early Tuesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some lake effect snow and some dangerous cold that will return to the area, especially as we head toward the end of the week. But for the midweek period, we will see a bit of a warm up, at least temporarily. Let's take a live look first, though, at downtown Utica, where it's fairly quiet. Temperature out there is cold, 13 degrees, and with clear skies, it won't take much for temperatures to dip overnight tonight. So we'll be back into the single digits, and it'll feel like it's below zero most of the night. We're already into the single digits both to the northeast and down toward the southeast. Old Forge, Lake Pleasant at 7 above. Cooperstown not far ahead at 8 above, and then Oneonta is at 9 above zero. But when you factor in those winds, they're a little bit higher to the north right now at around 5 to 15 miles an hour for most of us. It already feels like the single, if not double digits below zero. It's -1 for that feels like value in Camden and in downtown Utica. It already feels like -12 in Lake Pleasant and -14 in Old Forge. Down toward the south, though, we've got 10 in Hamilton and then 12 above zero in Sherburne and in Norwich at the present time. Low temperatures overnight tonight, going to be in the single digits or so. And then as we head through when you factor in that wind, I should say, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, the wind chills will be in the single, if not double digits below zero overnight tonight and again through tomorrow morning, and that comes in tandem with the lake effect snow that continues over portions of especially Jefferson and Lewis counties, and we'll talk more about that in a second. High pressure builds in briefly for some of us, but we've got a stationary front to the north, so that'll keep the lake effect snow shower chances going through at least tomorrow morning up along the Tug Hill Plateau before you see a bit of a break during the afternoon. This system, however, builds in late tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours and will stay going through Thursday. So we do have a winter storm warning. It has been extended through 7 p.m. on Friday for Lewis County. For northern Herkimer, goes through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Same thing for this winter weather advisory for Hamilton County. And then for much of those same areas, as well as northern Oneida and northern Fulton counties, we do have a winter storm watch from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday afternoon. And that's where we have the best chance of seeing 6+ inches of snow in a 24-hour time frame. So we'll time things out here with Futurecast. Again, temperatures dipping into the single digits overnight tonight. Some of us ending up around zero, especially further northeast and further to the southeast as well. And then we will see that snow returning tomorrow afternoon, and some of it could be quite heavy, especially where you see a little bit of lake enhancement as well as some elevation lifting indicated by those yellows and oranges that we'll see in that winter storm watch zone. So this takes us from now through 7 p.m. on Friday, and on top of the 1 to 2+ feet of snow that there has been up along the Tug Hill Plateau, portions of Oswego, Jefferson, Lewis County, there could be another 1 to 2 feet of snow. Again, this going over the next 72 hours or so. Over the next 72 hours, we will also see a big swing in temperature, getting into the upper 20s to around 30 both tomorrow and Thursday, and then barely getting out of the single digits by the time we head towards Saturday, recovering to the teens for the end of the weekend into the start of next week with more snow. Thomas, back to you.
All right.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Happy Tuesday evening. 10:15 is now your time. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a temporary warm-up for Wednesday and Thursday. Unfortunately, it doesn't last, and it does come with some more lake effect snow. So let's get right to things. We'll first give you a look at the almanac for today. 18 was the high, 12 the low so far. That occurred early this morning, and it's occurring again right now. That's our current temperature, and both of those were below average by as much as 13 or 4 degrees, depending on the high and the low. And obviously not anywhere near records, certainly not near the record of 61, which is double where we should be for this time of year. This record, though, of -9, we might have a couple of lows by the end of the week into the weekend that do come close to that. We'll get to that with the 7-day forecast in just a minute. And our sunset this evening also gaining daylight in both the evening and the morning hours. Sunrise this morning at 7:30. Sunset this evening was at 5:01. Right now we're dealing with obviously darkness and cloudy skies. 12 degrees right now in downtown Utica, as I mentioned. Other numbers from around the region, we've got some single digits down toward the south, and up toward the north we've got some single digits as well, but sandwiched in between up toward the northwest we've got some readings that are currently into the lower half of the teens out there right now. When you factor in the wind, it feels like it's well below zero down toward the southeast where you've got single-digit temperatures, because obviously when it's this cold, it doesn't require much wind to make it feel like that. We've got single numbers above zero to the northwest. We'll all end up with temperatures in the single digits of around 5 to 10 degrees, maybe some of us a little bit lower than that. And keep in mind, as I mentioned, the average low 16, but when you factor in that breeze overnight tonight, it's going to feel like around 5 to 10 degrees below zero. And on the radar right now, it's having trouble loading in the winter radar, so it's giving you just the traditional reflectivity. So it is snow, not rain, definitely. But you'll notice where the darker greens and some of the yellows are. That's where you're seeing snow coming down at the rate of 1 to 2 inches an hour across portions of Lewis, Jefferson, Oswego County, where it has been for most of the last couple of days. We've had high pressure trying to build into the area, so that's the reason why it's quiet for most of us. But back toward the west, we've got another system over Nebraska and Iowa. It's the warm front first, so that's why, as I mentioned at the top of the show, temperatures will actually be warmest tomorrow evening, and then the cold front will move through on the backside of that system, and that will send more snow and some more Arctic cold our way. So we do have a winter storm warning that continues now through 7 p.m. on Friday for Lewis County, for Herkimer, and Hamilton County, where you are under a winter weather advisory. Those advisories go through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then once we get beyond that, for much those same areas, as well as northern Oneida and northern Fulton counties, it is a winter storm watch for as much as 6 to 8 inches of snow between Wednesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon. First from that warm front. We'll get to that in just a second, but we'll show you Futurecast showing you temperatures overnight tonight in the single digits. Again, feeling well below zero out there. And then we'll see increasing clouds tomorrow morning and some snow showers building in by the time we head into the afternoon. In the evening from that warm front, and you'll notice that it's the steadiest and heaviest to the north, and that's where you could see as much as, again, 6 to 8 plus inches of snow, and we'll be measuring the snow in feet up along the Tug Hill Plateau by the time it's all said and done. Saturday looks like our only dry day right now, but notice that's 5 above zero. That's not a typo. That's without the wind. Guys, back to you.
Time to gas up.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
11:10 is now the time on your late Tuesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a warm front heading our way for tomorrow, but the warmth doesn't last long. We've got another cold front moving through, and it turns even colder than it was today behind it to end the week and for the start of the weekend. Let's first take a live look, though, at downtown Utica, where we're dealing with cloudy skies out there right now. Temperature currently 13 degrees. We were 12 the last hour, so we've come up 1 degree since then, but expect temperatures to go down generally as we head through the overnight hours. Other numbers from around the region, down toward the south, or within a couple of degrees of zero out there right now. We've got single digits off toward the east. Up toward the northwest, though, we are seeing some temperatures that are around 10, 12, 13 degrees at the present time. But when you factor in that wind that's coming in out of the west-southwest, generally at around 5 to 10, maybe 15 miles an hour, with the exception of Hamilton, where it's calm right now, it's making it feel like the single and double digits above zero across many portions of Oneida and Madison County, but surrounding that, we've got readings that are at or below zero, and in some cases well below zero, like Old Forge minus 11, and then Lake Pleasant, it feels like minus 14. We'll end up with temperatures for many of us within about 5 to maybe 9 or 10 degrees at best during the overnight hours, some of us closer to zero, but when you factor in that wind, it'll feel like it's well below zero to start the day tomorrow. Kind of just like we had this morning, within a couple of degrees of that. As far as the radar is concerned right now, other than the clouds, it's largely quiet. That's with the exception of northern Lewis County, northern Oneida, northwestern Herkimer County as well. But it's mainly Jefferson County from Watertown over toward Wilna right now that is getting nailed by snow that is coming down at the rate of several inches per hour. For most of our area, we are under the influence of high pressure down toward the southwest, but it doesn't last long. We've got another storm system heading our way from the Midwest, and we'll deal with the warm front first. So even though we'll start the day with temperatures in the single digits and teens, we'll actually see temperatures on the rise during the evening hours. I'll get to that in a second, but as far as the winter weather headlines are concerned, we have a winter storm warning for Herkimer County through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's also a winter weather advisory for Hamilton County that expires at the same time. Lewis County, you are still under a winter storm warning going through 7 p.m. on Friday for the next round of lake effect snow. And we also have winter storm watches for northern Herkimer, Hamilton, northern Fulton, and northern Oneida counties from tomorrow afternoon through Thursday afternoon. Because of that next storm system moving in, that means that there could be another 6 to 8 inches of snow within a 12 to 24 hour period there. Taking you through Futurecast, overnight tonight, we'll see temperatures bottoming out in the single digits to maybe around 10 degrees at best, and then we'll see more clouds late tomorrow morning into the early afternoon, but then that's when the snow develops, especially across the North Country, around 12, 1, 2 p.m., and you'll notice that it doesn't take long for it to become moderate to heavily, especially in those areas that are under those winter storm watches and warnings, and that'll continue through the evening hours. You'll notice that from the thruway toward the south, we're not expecting much accumulation. That changes though as we head through Thursday and Friday, and where we have where we have 1 to 2 feet of snow on the ground along the Tug Hill Plateau. You could see another 1 to 2 feet of snow by the time we head toward Friday. Saturday, drying things out, but not warming things up, only getting to around 5 degrees for the high. That's the last time that we've had a high below 10 in the last decade or so. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Drew.